where it is time for the 3A West Regional Final. The 4-seed East Surry Cardinals taking on the Walkertown Wolfpack out of the Mid-State Conference. Hi everyone, Kendall Lewis here with you on the NFHS Network today, where someone is going to punch their ticket to next week's 3A State Championship at Lawrence Joel Coliseum. And here's a look at the bracket. Winner of this game gets the winner of Martin County and Kinston in the East Region, who are playing their games at Minges Coliseum at East Carolina this week. East Surry, a 56-49 win over Lincolnton to punch their ticket here. Walkertown had to go on the road to Piedmont Charter up in Gastonia and picked up an 11-point win. Walkertown has played a really good schedule this year, coming in as a 7 seed on this magical run. And A.J. Durant will jump it up for the Wolfpack against J.B. Davis. Of East Surry, and we are underway in the 3A West Regional Final. Glad to have you tuned in with us on the NFHS Network. Second of 4 games today here at Schuford Arena. Davis will dial up a 3. It's long, tapped around, offensive board, collected in by Carter Motzinger. And in quick hands, a steal. Wiley gets it back and lays it in. Eric Wiley, the first 2 points of the game for Walkertown. They go into a 2-2-1 full court press. Walkertown is a battle-tested team. They played above their class all year in the non-conference, and they force a turnover here. Let's take a second look at the replay. This pressure will be relentless from the Wolfpack the entire game. East Surry out of the Northwest Conference, 21 wins this year. They're battle-tested as well. Catching fire. Spins out for the 3. And tapped around, rebound off to the Cardinals. Davis surveys the floor. He'll bounce it inside. Good up fake for Badgett. He traveled though, and a turnover back to the Wolfpack. Walkertown, 19 wins. They went 9-2 in their conference. Wiley, shot fake, gives it up to Rico Daniels. He'll pull it back away. Wolfpack in the black unis, white numbers, white letters. Daniels, rising fire for 3. Offensive board, no. Back up from Grady. And he cleans it up off glass. 4-0 start for the Wolfpack as they sink back into their 2-2-1 full court pressure. Cardinals break it with numbers, and the floater from Moore wouldn't go down. It's tapped out of bounds. It's going to go back to Walkertown with just over 6 minutes left to play. Well, Eric Wiley, quick guard, senior number 1 in black. Grady, off a curl, gets fouled. He got knocked to the floor. And he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair for the Walkertown Wolfpack. As we mentioned, coming into this game with 19 wins. And Keenan Grady is their leading scorer entering today's game. He's a focal point if you're East Surry. Averages 14.6 points per game, but also leads this team in rebounding at 6.5 rebounds a game and steals as well, 2.2. He is a do-it-all guy for the Walkertown Wolfpack. And the ability to score at all three levels. 5-0 start for the Wolfpack. Kendall Lewis here with you on the NFHS Network. Once again, folks, we've got the 7A classification later tonight. Those games also streaming live on the NFHS Network. And a foul on the floor. Braxton Davis got shoved to the ground. And a whistle and a foul comes in. First team foul on the Wolfpack. Moore sets his feet for three. He connects. Just what the Cardinals needed. They sink back into a 3-2 zone. What dangerous pass. Daniels saves it. Gets it to their top scorer, Keenan Grady. He had it poked loose. Here comes East Surry. Motzinger gives it up. Davis, he can shoot it from there. And left it short from three. Rebound, Rico Daniels. Wiley in the corner. It's stolen away again. Cardinals have forced back-to-back turnovers. Approaching the midway point of the first quarter. Good drop off inside to Davis trying to go to work. Tap back, no. And a fight for the rebound. The Wolfpack finally corrals it in with 4:22 left to play in the first quarter. Grady down the baseline, good pass. And A.J. Durant gets fouled from behind. 6'5" junior gonna head to the free throw line. Let's get a second look at the replay with A.J. Durant, the junior, 6'5". He's a long 6'5". Now this Walkertown team, Richard Daniels, their head coach, and Chad Motzinger on the other side for East Surry. A.J. Durant misses the second free throw off the back iron. Davis lowers his shoulder. He's called for the offensive foul. That's the first on Braxton Davis. He's a big-time rebounder. 6'3", goes 230 inside. He's a junkyard dog for this East Surry team. Three, spins out. Grady couldn't lasso the rebound in. He lost it out of bounds. And it's going to go back to the East Surry Cardinals with under 4 minutes left to play. A 3A West regional final game here at Schufert Arena at Lenoir-Rhyne University. Moore inside Davis, trying to back his way inside. Good pass out of the double team to J.B. Davis. He couldn't finish. You got Braxton and J.B. Davis. Two Davises on the floor for East Surry. Catch and shoot three from the corner, no. Into the hands of Carter Motzinger. He brings it into the front court for East Surry. I think the pace right now is favoring the way the Cardinals want to play this game. Oh, good ball fake. Pull-up jumper, no. Tapped around. Pinson Badgett grabs his on miss and deflected out of play. It's going to stay with East Surry. trying to feed it inside to Braxton Davis. And he's fouled from behind. Well, that's the second team foul on the Walkertown Wolfpack. It'll be a baseline out of bounds for Carter Motzinger. And East Surry. Moore into the paint, floater's good. Good pass fake by Moore to get into the paint. He ties it at 5. Daniels backs it away. They get it to Jaden McCandys, who's in the game. Daniels had it stripped away. Logan Moore in front of everyone. He lays it home for 2. East Surry has the lead with 1:54 to play in the first quarter. Back and forth we go in the 3A West Regional Final. Long 2. From Watson on the misfire. And the Cardinals can add to their lead here. Motzinger picks up his dribble. Gets it back out top to Logan Moore. Inside they dump it. Davis missed it on the doorstep. Boy, Braxton had it from close range for East Surry. Rise and fire 3, spins off. Moore, skip pass, Motzinger, easy 2. Carter Motzinger gets it to go. And a timeout by the Wolfpack with 34.9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kendall Lewis here with you on the NFHS Network. And an interesting first quarter. You see Martin County and Kinston, they're going to play their game at Minges Coliseum at East Carolina. Those games also streaming live all week if you want to watch the East region on the NFHS Network. Martin County, a big upset, one of the biggest upsets in the state. Monday night when they took down Farmville Central, who was the top seed in the 3A. And Kinston, a hard-fought win over Northwood from the Four Rivers Conference at home on Monday night. There's some interesting scores around the state from the games last week and into the regional semifinals Monday night. This is the first year North Carolina High School Athletic Association has gone to 8 classifications. And for a lot of these teams, they got first-round byes, but Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday was the first 4 rounds, and then you turn right around and come to the neutral site, the regional final. It was a tough turnaround, quick turnaround for these coaches to try and turn over game prep. Now, these teams here did have a little bit longer from their game Monday, of course, with 3 days worth of prep before they play this game here today. And the first free throw is up and good for Rico Daniels. He's a junior. Walkertown's an interesting 7 seed. You look at their schedule, they played Reedsville, who is in the 4A East Regional Final in their classification. They played them 3 times in their conference, all 3 times to single digits. They played West Charlotte, who has punched their ticket to the 8A state championship, only lost by 10, along with Mount Tabor just to name a few teams that were on their non-conference schedule. A turnover East Surry, 11.4 seconds left. Walkertown can tie or take the lead to end the first quarter. They get it into Grady. Mid-range J, it's pure. 1 second, Motzinger, good if it goes. And off the mark. Low-scoring first quarter, but we're all knotted up at 9 apiece in the 3A West Regional Final. We'll be right back on the NFHS Network. You are watching live coverage of the NCHSAA Regional Finals on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/NCHSAA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of NCHSAA championship action. From live games to full game replays to highlights, it's all there at NFHSnetwork.com/NCHSAA. Kendall Lewis here with you on the NFHS Network here today. This is the second of 4 games here at Lenoir-Rhyne University. McCandy's will dial up a 3. And it rims off. Rebound Cardinals. East Surry had the momentum there late in the first quarter. Walkertown jumped out to an early 5-0 lead, and then Cardinals answered right back with a 9-0 run of their own. And then Walkertown able to tie it on a Keenan Grady jump shot to end the first quarter. They dump it inside to Braxton Davis. Here comes the double team. Oh, Davis, smooth footwork. Just turns and goes the opposite way and muscles it up for 2. Open look for 3. Daniels can't hit. And Logan Moore the rebound. Here comes Carter Motzinger. Skip pass to Moore in the paint. Moore wild tapped back. Heady play. That's J.B. Davis. Well, this one's saved by Daniels from going into the backcourt. Daniels back to McCandy's. McCandy's one dribble pull up. It's good. Jaden McCandy's the 6'6 junior who is long with his first bucket of the ball game. Motzinger, bounce feed, they kick it. Logan Moore, he connects from 3. He hit the first shot of the game for the Cardinals, his second make from downtown. McCandy's another good shot fake, baseline jumper that time. No, it's tapped around, and Braxton Davis secures the rebound. Had it swiped free momentarily, and the Cardinals get it back. Motzinger into the paint, drive and kick. Moore for 3. Wouldn't drop. Rebound Wolfpack. Extra pass. Autry wants the baseline. Good drop off. Counted in the foul for A.J. Durant. He's got a chance at 3. Oh, A.J. Durant, his second trip to the free throw line. This is a chance to trim the deficit down to 2 here. Just over 5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. And he cashes in. A.J. Durant pulls the Wolfpack within 2. And Braxton Davis will inbound yet again for the Cardinals. Carter Motzinger trying to work on Eric Wiley, who's a really good defender. Badgett gives it up. Sid Sutphin is in the game for East Surry. Oh, tough move to get to the rack that time from Badgett. He couldn't finish it. Walkertown works it ahead. Daniels wants the baseline. Daniels through traffic. Just maneuvers his way to the rack and finishes. That's 5 unanswered points by the Wolfpack. They've tied it back up at 16 all. Motzinger driving kick. Pickpocket. Quick hands by Daniels. And Motzinger hustles back to knock it out of the hands of Daniels. Good transition D that time by Carter Motzinger. Quick inbound, and Grady just too easy. That's a breakdown defensively by East Surry. Badgett, good drop off, and Sutphin, the recipient on the bucket. Grady wasn't ready for the pass, and a turnover right back to the Cardinals. Braxton Davis to the rack, put him in a blender. How about the big fella going to work in the first half? One dribble pull up from Wiley. It's a wild shot. Braxton Davis on the board. Braxton Davis floats it inside to J.B. Davis. He'll kick it out. 3 ball in the way, no good. And substitutions for Walkertown. Jaden McCandy's and Justin Baham Ortiz is in the game for the first time tonight for the Wolfpack. Less than 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. 3A West Regional Final. Winner gets Martin County and Kinston winner. That game being played at Minges Coliseum at East Carolina. One dribble pull up. Daniels, jumper long. It's tapped out. McCandy's for 3 on the reload. He buries it. And Braxton Davis touched it last. An errant pass. And a turnover back to Walkertown. McCandy's can't hit on a 3. Cardinals can retake the lead right here. Just over 90 seconds to play in the second quarter. Motzinger, good spin. Motzinger missed it with the left hand. Rebound off to the Wolfpack, looking to push. Baham Ortiz accelerates. Autry driving kick. Autry wants the baseline. Autry on the step through. Yes, sir. Tough take for the junior. Wolfpack by 3. Bobbled pass. Braxton Davis with it. And he throws it away. A turnover. Braxton Davis frustrated after the turnover for the Cardinals. And the Wolfpack going to hold for the final shot likely here with 28 seconds and a 3-point lead. Daniels makes his move with 7 on the timer. One dribble pull up, McCandy's cash money. A heave at the horn. And that's the end of the first half. Walkertown, a 5-point lead, 25-20 in the 3A West Regional Final. We'll take a break on the NFHS Network from Shuford Arena in Hickory Town. Should be a fun-filled second half with someone punching their ticket to next week's 3A state championship at Lawrence Joel Coliseum. Carter Motzinger and the East Surry Cardinals will control the rock first to begin the third quarter. This has been a miraculous run for East Surry. They're the 4 seed. An incredible season. They actually had their first playoff win since the 2023 season this year. And here they are in the Final Four as they dump it inside to Braxton Davis. Going to work. He gets it to go. Braxton Davis surpassed the 1,000 career point mark back in early January for East Surry. And he's playing well here today. Shot fake for Daniels. Looking for the baseline, lost it out of bounds. It's a turnover back to the Cardinals. Motzinger picks up the dribble. With Davis bullets a pass into Badgett. And they turn it back over to the Wolfpack. Every one of East Surry's playoff wins have been within single digits. Going back to their first game, they had a first round bye. Their second round game was a close one. And pull-up jumper for McCandy's in rhythm. Knocks it down. The Wolfpack go back up by 5. They feed Braxton Davis inside. Backing his way down. Braxton Davis high off the window, and he's fouled. Take a second look. Davis just a load, 6'3", 230. You mentioned this kid surpassed the 1,000 career point mark for East Surry back in early January. He's a big-time football player. A lot of those multi-sport guys on this East Surry team. J.B. Davis is the quarterback at East Surry. He's also a big-time basketball player. He's played well today as well, number 5 in white for the Cardinals. McCandy's sets his feet for 3. Can't get the bounce. A fight for the rebound. And Logan Moore has it. Badgett looking to feed Braxton Davis. Motzinger down the alley, draws the foul. Carter Motzinger Son of the head coach, Chad Motzinger. He's done a really good job. We mentioned East Surry. Every one of their playoff wins have been within single digits. They had a first-round bye and then home court advantage for the first 4 rounds as things kept working their way. As the 4 seed, they took down Pine Lake Prep 68-60. Hendersonville on a game-winning jump shot by J.B. Davis. Lincolnton on Monday, 56-48. 3-ball off the mark from Rico Daniels. Offensive board, Keenan Grady sticks it back in for Walkertown. And a quick timeout with 5.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. We'll keep it right here on the NFHS Network. Walkertown, we talked about in the first half, if you were with us, their non-conference schedule was insane. They played West Charlotte, who's already punched their ticket to the 8A state championship, winning here on Wednesday in the first game that was played in overtime. Walkertown only lost to West Charlotte by 10. That was back in late November. And of course, Mount Tabor, they played them a couple of times. They also, in their conference, because it was a split conference, the Mid-State Conference had to play Reidsville 3 times, including the conference tournament championship. They lost to Reidsville all 3 times by single digits. Reidsville is in the 4A East regional final. They went east, and Walkertown went west in the playoffs. East Surry, Braxton Davis controls the basketball. Davis trying to drive in, tough shot. Tapped around, it goes right into the hands of J.B. Davis. Braxton faces up. Braxton lost it. And then a foul. That was interesting. We talked about this is East Surry's. They had their first playoff win. Not only are they a 4 seed, but this was their first playoff win this year since 2023. The only kid that was on that team that has experienced a playoff win was Braxton Davis, who had 3 points in a playoff game against Maiden. They graduated 7 seniors that year. And driving in, drawing the foul is Eric Wiley. And Wiley will go to the free throw line for the Wolfpack. First one's up and true. Wiley's second, it's good. 31-25. Inbound goes to Carter Motzinger. Motzinger had it poked free by Wiley. Loose on the floor. And now things getting a little chippy. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow's going to give it back to the Wolfpack. Eric Wiley, a really good defender. McCandy's smooth as silk on the jump shot. He's starting to heat up, folks, for the Walkertown Wolfpack. Motzinger bumped and fouled by Wiley. Braxton Davis calling for it in the low post. They can't get it to him. Now they find him in the high post. Here comes the help. Back to Motzinger. Drives in and the foul. Carter Motzinger, a chance at 3. Motzinger leaves it short, can't complete the three-point play. Jordan Autry with the basketball. Autry gets downhill, he can't finish. And out of bounds, this is going to go back to East Surry. Braxton struggling to get it in. Oh, wow. Offensive foul. Motzinger swung the elbow. Wow. We'll take a second look at that. Oh, wow. Justin Baham Ortiz took a shot to the face, and he's still in the game. Appears to be okay. Daniels for 3. It's long. Badgett drops it off. Motzinger double clutching. He's fouled. First free throw bounces around and drops. Well, this has been a really good ball game from start to finish. Multiple ties, multiple lead changes. In fact, the largest lead from either team has been 6. And the second free throw goes 33-29 with 3:37 left to play in the third quarter. We'll keep it right here on the NFHS network. Now, Walkertown, we mentioned a 7 seed. They had to go on the road and pick up a win on Monday night, 3 days of prep for this game. Walkertown went to Gastonia and took down Piedmont Charter in their Elite 8 game. Well, they had a first round bye as well. Wins over Mountain Heritage, Shelby, and Piedmont Charter have punched their ticket into this round right here. Now, they had a hard-fought battle against Shelby in the Sweet 16 where they won 63-54, and then at Piedmont Charter. Both of those were road games for the Walkertown Wolfpack. East Surry 11 of 25 from the field. Walkertown 13 of 30 shooting so far today. East Surry has won the battle on the glass 20-14 today. Jaden McCandies with 11 points leads the scoring for the Wolfpack, and an offensive foul. And it goes against Eric Wiley. He's going to have a seat. Walkertown going to get A.J. Durant back in the game. Motzinger surveys the floor. Badgett skips it. Mason, who's in the game, launches a three. His first shot attempt of the game. It's short and tapped out of bounds. Badgett into the paint, floater, good. Pinson Badgett with a big-time bucket, and the Cardinals within two. Autry to the rack, draws the foul. It goes against Braxton Davis. Davis, it's just his first. And 2:43 to play in the third quarter. Check that, it is Davis's second, not his first. 2:37 left to play in the third. And a jump ball possession arrow is going to keep it with the East Surry Cardinals. Well, we saw the East Surry women's team take down North Wilkes in the game before this and punch their ticket to the 3A state championship. Can the East Surry men get there? Can they have a doubleheader in next week's 3A state championship games at Lawrence Joel Coliseum? Mason surveys. Badgett feeds it inside Braxton Davis. He'll spin on Durant. Davis trying to kiss it off the window, no. And a big rebound by Jordan Autry. Keenan Grady to the rack, draws the blocking foul on J.B. Davis. First one up for Grady, it's good. Second one rolls in. 6-point lead for the Wolfpack. McCandies deflects it. Across the timeline into the front court. They get it to J.B. Davis. He thought he was fouled, no whistle. To the bucket, scoop shot for Daniels. It wouldn't go. And a whistle and a foul called on Badgett of East Surry. Free throw up and good for Daniels. Rico Daniels at the charity stripe for Walkertown. Rattles in the second. Braxton Davis with it in the backcourt. Dangerous pass, he turns it over. Daniels, the bucket. A steal and a lay-in. 10-point lead for the Wolfpack. Timeout, East Surry. Take a second look. Daniels anticipates the pass and turns it into 2. And Richard Daniels and the Walkertown Wolfpack with the largest lead of the game. .114 left to play in the third quarter. Still plenty of time. Carter Motzinger calls a play just inside of midcourt. Motzinger trying to split the double team. Motzinger regains possession. Motzinger in the paint. Well, trying to thread the needle to Braxton Davis. It's a costly turnover. Here's the kick. Autry for 3. It's good! Jordan Autry. Automatic from 3. Braxton Davis gets it to J.B. Davis. Oh, it gets hung on between the glass and the rim. .44-31. Daniels, oh, quick crossover. Daniels fouled at the rim. First free throw's up and good for Rico Daniels. Second one's through. Long pass up the floor to Badgett. And they didn't get a shot off in time. What a haymaker from Walkertown late in the third. 46-31. We'll be back 8 minutes to send someone to the 3A state championship. On the NFHS fans, never miss another game. Subscribe to the NFHS network to watch live and on-demand event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sports nationwide. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com, your home for high school sports. Kendall Lewis here with you on the NFHS network. It is 46-31. Walkertown with a 15-point lead on East Surry, the 4 seed. They get it inside to Braxton Davis, and he gets hacked on the arm. Motzinger drops it off. J.B. Davis clutch bucket for East Surry, 21 seconds into the fourth quarter. J.B. Davis, as we mentioned, hit the game-winning jump shot to keep East Surry's season alive over Hendersonville in the Sweet 16. Autry, pull up Jay, no. And rebound off to the Cardinals. Down the baseline goes Badgett. He draws the blocking foul. And they're going to pause for a little perspiration timeout to mop up the floor. I'll tell you what, they've had their work cut out this week. They've got the mop today. The last couple of days, it's been all hand towels, and we've had the staff from Lenore Ryan and the officials, along with the players, that have really, and now they're going to, how about this, a joint effort here to be sure that the baseline is all clear after mopping it up. Again, it's been a lot of games on the floor here this week at Schuford Arena. $7:12 left to play, fourth quarter. Motzinger sets his feet from three. It's off the mark. Big offensive rebound from Logan Moore. Braxton Davis wants it in the post. Motzinger will drive. Badgett tees it up from three. Short. Motzinger an offensive board. Badgett slicing in. Got hit. No whistle. Autry to the bucket. On the other end. Lays it in. Moore. Floater. He gets fouled. At the free throw line, it's Logan Moore, the senior. He leaves the first one short. And the second one short as well. Wow, it's two big misses for the Cardinals. Still plenty of time, 6:27 to play. Walkertown leading by 15. Folks, don't forget 7A classification later tonight here in Hickory. Rico Daniels to the rack, and he draws the contact. He'll shoot a pair for Walkertown. And that is Badgett's fifth. And he is finished. Badgett's another one of those seniors who is hoping that he's not walking off the floor for the final time in his high school career. There's still plenty of time in this game, but Pinson Badgett has fouled out. And at the free throw line, it's Rico Daniels who cashes in on the first. Second one rattles in. 17-point lead for the Wolfpack. Motzinger drops it off. Mason had it swatted away. Daniels bullets a pass inside. Grady on the Euro step and finish. Things starting to get away from East Surry here. 19-point lead for the Wolfpack now. Braxton Davis to the bucket, gets the finish. Boy, through contact. Braxton Davis, smooth as silk. What a high school career, football and basketball, for that young man. And driving in is Grady, and he draws the foul. Keenan Grady at the charity stripe for Walkertown. Cashes in on the first free throw. We mentioned Walkertown's last two playoff games were on the road at Shelby and at Piedmont Charter before punching their ticket here. 54-35 with 5:13 left to play. Can Walkertown hang on, or does East Surry have enough in the tank for one last push? Here's a look at the bracket. Martin County and Kinston will play at Minges Coliseum at East Carolina in the East Region final of the 3A. All those games on the East Region also streaming live on the NFHS Network. I'll tell you what, we have had some really good games this week. Buzzer beaters, games that have just gone down to the wire. We mentioned the East Surry Cardinals. Their women's team played the game before this and punched their ticket. Can the men do the same thing, trailing by 19, 5:13 left to play? That Martin County and Kinston game in the 3A East will be later tonight at 8 o'clock from Minges Coliseum. For those that are wondering about a score update, that game doesn't tip till 8 o'clock down in Greenville tonight. 5:12 left to play, fourth quarter. Motzinger in the paint. Oh, it's good. From the mid-range. Good start out of the timeout. With pressure come the Cardinals. Autry up ahead. A.J. Durant, the easy two. Mason up the floor, gets it to Braxton Davis. And Braxton Davis draws the foul. A.J. Durant, the culprit, will be charged with the foul. And Braxton Davis at the free throw line for East Surry. Misses the first one long. Got to have these right now. We mentioned Braxton Davis is the only player that was on that 2023 team that picked up a playoff win. And this year they had the 4 seed, but had not won a playoff game since that point. He was a freshman. Misses the second. J.B. Davis to follow, no, but Braxton tips it in and makes up for the 2 misses. 56-39. Autry looked at the 3. He'll pass up on it. And Autry pushed out of bounds on the sidelines. And Braxton Davis didn't like it, neither does his head coach, Chad Motzinger. McCandy's gives it up. If you're Walkertown right now, you try and leak some of this clock. No need to get in a hurry. They find Durant on the backside. He missed the dunk. And touched it last. It'll go back to East Surry with 3:57 to play in the fourth quarter. Mason sets his feet. Can't hit from three. Rebound off to the Wolfpack. I think if you're East Surry right now, you are forced to start fouling and stop this clock. They lob it. Durant, easy two. Lead is back up to 19 for the Wolfpack. J.B. Davis on the step through draws the foul. Well, this was a 25-20 game. At halftime, Walkertown led by 5. And they've dominated this second half here at Schuford Arena today. J.B. Davis, who's the quarterback on the football team at East Surry, cashes in on the first free throw. Mentioned he had a game-winning jump shot in the Sweet 16 for East Surry to keep their season alive. They won that game 51-50 and then followed it up with a victory over Lincolnton, 56-48. Daniels to the bucket, and excellent press breaker by the Wolfpack. It turns into 2. East Surry just trading points right now. Braxton Davis, he'll look to drive, turns it over, and then picks up a frustration foul. It's interesting. I thought in the first half that East Surry had the pace and had this game at the pace that they want to play. And it's kind of been a tale of two halves. Walkertown has controlled the pace in the second half, and they've got this thing going more up and down and getting downhill. This is already a 40-point second half for Walkertown. Josh Key will check in for Braxton Davis. We talked about the high school career that Braxton Davis has had. Multi-sport athlete for East Surry. And over 1,000 career points in his basketball career. Altry sets his feet from 3. He buries it. Motzinger, shot fake, gives it up. Key, off the window. Gets a bucket off the bench for East Surry. Altry. Gives it up. The Wolfpack just going to try and leak the clock here. Altry will set his feet again. Can't knock it down, but a big rebound from A.J. Durant. And more time going to leak off this clock. And Josh Key picks up a foul, trying to gamble on the steal. And Chad Motzinger is going to start to empty his bench a little bit. Mikey Page, Sid Sutphin, they check in. And the Walkertown faithful can start to feel it. Autry, first free throw is up and good. We talked about it. Walkertown, a 7 seed, played a really good non-conference schedule. And it has paid off on this playoff run. Three, long, tapped out to Motzinger. He'll try one, short. Walkertown, the final minute. A timeout for some substitutions. And the Walkertown Wolfpack, 1 minute away from punching their ticket to Lawrence Joel Coliseum for the 3A state championship. Dwayne Nichols, Cameron Cartledge, Jason Jackson, Braylon Lowe, and Jarrett Poe in the game for Walkertown now. Rylan Taylor checked in for East Surry, as well as Luca Watson and Mikey Page. And a bucket from Jarrett Poe off the bench. He's a senior. Open layup, good. Luca Watson with 2 for East Surry. Nichols, he'll try a floater. No. Final 17 seconds. From 3, off the mark, rebound. Collected in by Braylon Lowe. In the waning seconds, tick off. Walkertown, the 7 seed, to the state championship next week. A dominating second half by the Wolfpack, 67-45. Incredible efforts by both teams. And Walkertown comes away victorious. 4 guys in double figures. Keenan Grady, 15 points. 14 from Rico Daniels, 14 from Jordan Autry, and Jaden McCandy's the 4 in double figures. A.J. Durant was big on the glass. 4 rebounds, 7 points. For East Surry, unfortunately, they fall short. Braxton Davis has 11 points, 3 guys in double figures. Carter Motzinger with 10. Logan Moore with 10. Davis with 6. And then chip scoring from Key, Watson, and Badgett. And Walkertown will await the winner of the Martin County-Kinston game at Minges Coliseum in Greenville that will tip off tonight at 8 o'clock. That game streaming live on the NFHS network as well. State championships will begin next Wednesday at Lawrence Joel Coliseum. Those game times are set to be released sometime late Saturday evening. Walkertown wins it here, 67-45 for Kendall Lewis, Brady Pugh, the rest of our NFHS network crew. We say so long from Hickory, North Carolina. 7A classification coming up in the nightcap games.